You know, it's funny, I look back 8-9 years ago when they first started dating. Terry and I were at a dinner fundraiser. I think it was the Lion Sweetheart dance at the old TAC2, and Tom and Andrea were there. And I'm sure we had met before, but didn't really know each other that well. So it was kind of cute because we kind of bonded on the fact that our teenagers have a crush on each other. This is really cute, and won't it be fun? And you know, obviously that night we didn't know that 8-9 years later we'd be here today in marriage with the two of them. But I tell you what, for me it didn't take very long, and I think for everybody, to figure out that this day would come. Thomas and Ashley have, in my opinion, has always been a unique and a very special kind of relationship. It's one of those that you knew when they were in high school, when they were going through different colleges, you just knew that they were going to end up together. And I think that's very cool.
You may be seated. First, I'd like to begin by welcoming everybody and thanking every one of you for being out here for one of the happiest days. It's no accident that each one of you are here today, and that each of you were invited because you represent someone important in the individual and collective lives of Thomas and Ashley.
Ashley, it has been 8 years since the start of our journey. It is crazy to me that we have spent a third of our lives together. It is truly hard for me to remember a time without you, and I wouldn't have it any other way. As we take this next step in life together, I reflect on a few moments that led us here. A few months into our relationship, before we were official, I remember picking you up for school and having to brush my teeth in the car so we weren't late. At that time, I wasn't worried about being late for class, but more worried about your parents' reaction if I made their daughter tardy. Then we hit college. As you know, I had a fear of driving on any freeway. It became evident to me that you are the one that I would spend the rest of my life with when I decided I would rather overcome that fear each weekend than not see you for 7 days. Finally, I reflect on the moment I asked your parents if I could have your hand in marriage. Something your dad said has stuck with me since. He said something along these lines. Although marriage is a big step, not much will change for you and Ash. You have been the first person that each other goes to when anything big, important, or stressful has happened in the last 8 years. You see each other every day, confide in each other, and are each other's rock. I promise to be by your side anytime you need me in the future, similar to when I was your ride to school. I promise to continue to go any distance for you and maintain that you are more important than any fears I may have, which is exuded here. I promise to be by your side through any stressful, exciting, or scary moments we have in our future. Lastly, I promise to love you forever and be your rock moving forward, whether it be a vent session that you need or a soothing voice of affirmation from me. I will love you forever and promise that you can always count on me. Love, your favorite person, Thomas. Yeah, love you too. Aw, you look very nice. You look very nice.
Thank you.
You look pretty.
Ashley and Thomas have been together for over 8 years already. And like Tim mentioned the other night, after about year 2 or 3, we all felt that this day was basically a foregone conclusion. And none of us could be more pleased that we finally got to this point. From the day Thomas asked if he could use our garage door for a light-up promposal, to the day that he asked if it would be okay for him to marry our daughter, I've always known him to be an honest, kind, respectful young man with a dry sense of humor and a lot of love in his heart for Ashley. Tim and Terry, thanks for raising such a fantastic kid. Thomas, we couldn't be any more proud of you if you'd been our own son. Since she was a little girl sitting at her great-grandmother's school desk, Ashley has dreamed of becoming a teacher, marrying the perfect guy, and starting a family. That's 2 down, 1 to go. Your mom and I are incredibly proud of the strong, caring woman you have become.
Thomas, 8.5 years ago, I added you on Snapchat. A few months later, we spent an entire night talking on hole 12 of the golf course, just getting to know each other. And a week later, we started dating. My freshman self hoped that one day we'd be where we are right now, telling each other how much we appreciate and enjoy the company and love from one another. Your love for family, friendships, and animals is something we share, and I hope you continue sending me the cute dog videos and yummy recipes on Instagram. And I hope to continue our road trips up the North Shore. Being with you brings me a lot of peace. You never fail to help me find the joy in the little things. Just last night we were skipping rocks and looking for sea glass, and you were cheering me on. And in those moments I felt peace, I felt love, and I felt supported by you. Thomas, I vow to always stand by your side and support you. I promise to love you the way you love me, and I'm so excited to see what the future brings for us. But for today, I want to enjoy being present, taking in our little moments, and we're going to say I do, and I can't wait. I love you lots.
Love you too. Love you too. Love you.
I love you.
I remember the first time I saw Thomas at our house. I saw a strange car pull up to the driveway. So I snuck into the hallway to see what was happening, and I could not believe my eyes. The second I saw him in our kitchen, I could not stop laughing. And no, it's not because of his looks. It's because he's a boy. We didn't have boys in our house. Thomas and I became pretty close after that because he was always there. From breaking doors in the basement to helping me through all of my high school drama, Thomas has been the best older brother I could have ever had. I can't think of a greater couple to be celebrating, and I wish you both the absolute best in these newlywed days, even though you've practically been married for years. I love you guys.
So I promised my dad I'd keep this short, but to end it, I just wanted to end with a quote that I feel sums up Thomas and Ashley perfectly. They say you don't marry the person you can live with, you marry the person you can't live without. Cheers to the happy couple. I can't wait to see what the future has in store for you.
Thomas, will you take Ashley, whose hand you hold, choosing her alone to be your lawfully wedded wife? Will you live with her in the state of the true matrimony? Will you love her and comfort her through good times and bad, in sickness and in health, honoring her at all times and being faithful to her? If so, say I will.
I will.
Ashley, will you take Thomas, whose hand you hold, choosing him alone to be your lawfully wedded husband? Will you live with him in the state of true matrimony? Will you love him and comfort him through the good times and the bad, in sickness and in health, honoring him at all times and being faithful to him? If so, say I will. And now, by the power vested in me by the American Marriage Ministries and the state of Minnesota, I pronounce you husband and wife. Go forth and live each day to the fullest, Thomas, and make kiss your bride.
Will you wait?